Hi everybody and welcome back to another Legends of Runeterra video and gameplay. Today I have a super fun deck. This is called Catching Cold. This is a Miss Fortune Ashe deck concept that is fairly original. I've only seen one other player use this deck, and I think that was Mega Magwai at the beginning of the Bilgewater expansion. Since then, nobody has really expanded on the idea and nobody has really tried to improve it. I've never seen this deck in normals or ranked. I've never gone against it, but it is a super fun concept and the two regions really synergize well together. So we're using Frostbite and Vulnerable together. That's basically the overarching kind of concept of this deck. So we are running Hired Gun, we're running the Hunting Fleet, we are running Caught in the Cold, we're running Razor Scale Hunter and Sheriff Lariat Rose for Vulnerable, and then we're frostbiting them with our Harsh Winds. We're frostbiting them with Flash Freeze, Icefell, Archer, Brittle Steel, and with Ashe. And then along with those, we're running a few scout units. This is simply to level up Miss Fortune faster because we can deal a ton of damage with her passive abilities here. With Bullet Time and Love Tap, they're taking out the units. That protects us even further, as well as the Frostbite. So we're clearing out the enemy side of the board while retaining healthy units on our side of the board. Hunting Fleet is also a very interesting card in this deck because it was buffed this last patch. It now costs less. It is more viable in these sorts of decks. You do have to be careful about when you play it. You don't want to play it at a time where you are potentially vulnerable to die. Especially since it creates this elusive unit with Vulnerable, but you can use that to get good attacks onto the enemy Nexus with this bulky Hunting Fleet, challenging the Golden Narwhal and then dealing extra damage with the Miss Fortune or with your Scouts. Another important combo is the Scouts and Fury of the North, which we are running 2 of. You get extreme value out of Fury of the North if you use it on a Scout the first time they attack. For example, the Razor Scale Hunter becomes an 8/8 unit who is able to attack twice. Just creates a ton of pressure towards the enemy to be able to deal with that. And then if Miss Fortune or Ashe are out, you can protect them even more, dealing more damage. And then the enemy needs to determine if the Razor Scale Hunters is the biggest threat or if they want to take out Miss Fortune and Ashe. It just is an excellent card combination to use together. So and then our late game finishers, we got the Citrus Courier, really easy to plunder in this deck with Miss Fortune and Ashe. We're frostbiting. Once Ashe is leveled up, they can't even block if they're frostbitten. It's really easy to finish off the game with the Citrus Courier rallying, healing your units. And then Sheriff Lariat Rose just does excellent work late game, granting everybody on the enemy side vulnerable. Then you can pick and choose exactly which units you want to attack into which ones, and then protect your units, give you the best chance of winning the game that way as well. Overall, like I said, a super fun deck. You should try it out. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you have a suggestion of card combinations you would like to see together in decks, you can send over a comment and I'll try to create a deck concept. Until Targon is released, I've done a lot of deck concept and it's really hard to come up with new ones, so I do appreciate these suggestions and I will do my best to create decks around them. So anyway, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Okay, an Ephemeral deck. This could be an interesting gameplay. So they're going to have pretty good aggression throughout the entirety of the game, especially if he draws the champions that they need, and that might suck for us a little bit. I'm going to get rid of Hunting Fleet here and Island Navigator. I'm going to keep Ashe and Omen Hawk. Okay, we end up getting Miss Fortune and the Razor Scale Hunter. I'm not going to play my Omen Hawk yet. I'm going to wait for him to do something here. More than likely, he's not going to have a play. Or he will. Alright, now I'm going to play my Omen Hawk and I'm going to attack. And he more than likely is not going to block me because he gets more value out of his Bark Beast after somebody dies. Alright. So we don't really have a turn 2 play. That's a really good card for him. We're going to be forced to block this Shadow Fiend here. Actually, well, yeah, we are. Oh, actually, I'm just still going to block into the Bark Beast. I take 1 more damage, but I also injured this bark beast a little bit. Pretty bad position for us, to be honest, so not much we can do about it. And he's running out of cards pretty quickly here, so we're gonna see if he has a
I'm one of the good guys.
if he ends up having something like a Glimpse Beyond. That'd be really good for him right here.
The Yordle here's with me.
Green Glade Duo, so this is a really interesting concept that we're going against here. Early game aggression and ephemeral, so I guess we'll kind of see how this ends up, but it's looking pretty interesting right now and not as cohesive as some other decks that I have played against. I really doubt he's got a play here. He could, I guess, have another little unit to put on the board, but he doesn't get value out of his Green Glade Duo if he does that. And now we need to be worried about the ephemeral units that he can put down, buffing up his Green Glade Duo. Yeah, so this is what I was kind of worried about. Oh. So we are going to Frostbite his Green Glade Duo here. If he's got another play as well, we've got the Island Navigator we can put down.
They grow up so fast.
Alright, we can't really do anything to stop this, so I am glad that I was able to at least Frostbite this Green Glade Duo. So that's nice. And we get a pretty good unit here with the Fleet Feather Tracker as well. We are going to play Ashe this round.
Faster than my arrow? I think not.
And hope he doesn't have a way to remove Miss Fortune here. He might have a way, I guess we'll see.
This is our way.
We're going to pull the Green Glade Duo and try to get rid of this. Unless he's got something like Twin Disciplines in his hand, we should be able to kill it.
Love ya.
So that's really nice. And we're also going to take out the, actually, yes, we are going to take out this Bark Beast with the Fleet Feather Tracker. So again, unless he's got a unit that he's going to be able to put down, we are going to be able to Frostbite him with the Ashe. Oh, not anymore. Okay, that's fine.
As the arrow flies.
We are still going to kill the Bark Beast here.
No, 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 no.
And I should have attacked with Miss Fortune. I guess it's okay to protect her a little bit, but I probably should have attacked with her because everybody else had only 1 HP, so it would have been okay. It's also okay not. Extra damage and taking out the enemies would have been nice, but protecting her is pretty important. Alright, so what do we want to do here? I don't want to give another unit. I think we're going to do Razor Scale Hunter here more than likely. We could also use Salvage. I'm gonna play the Razor Scale Hunter, I guess. I really don't have a good play here. I'm kind of at. I have to play a lot of units in order to or a lot of mana in order to play my units. So, and now we're going to be forced to block these ephemeral units, unfortunately. We can still block them and should be able to preserve our health though. Which is good. Okay, this is pretty good here. Let's open up with... I'm going to open up with my scouts.
Love ya.
Alright, awesome. We've got a way to stop this now. That was really good. We had the Razor Scale Hunter back up here.
Guns blazing.
And now we can level up our Miss Fortune. We are targeting
No
the
regrets, no mercy.
Neverglade Collector first so that we kill it first. He's got no cards in hand. He's completely out of gas here. And we're going to be able to take out all of his units. We're threatening lethal. I don't even think he's going to be able to stop us here. Miss Fortune's got overwhelmed, so that wouldn't be a very good place to put the Spiderling, and I think we should be able to win here anyway. Alright, yep, we get the win. Yeah, that's a pretty good gameplay, to be honest. We were able to negate his early game aggression with some of our Frostbite abilities and with the Vulnerable. Again, I don't think that that was the best way to use ephemeral units in a deck, so it's not the most efficient deck to use against us. There are definitely better ones, but it was he did represent quite a bit of early game damage that we were able to mitigate, and then also control the board with the Vulnerable and Frostbite abilities with Ashe and with just some other Frostbite abilities that we had. So overall, not the best gameplay, I guess, but it did show what our deck can do and how it's constructed. So I'm pretty happy. I'm happy I got the win.